I want to welcome you guys all back. We're going to be doing another map tour here. This is the third video in our map tour series, and today we're doing the Colony, Texas, which is a city in North Dallas, or north of Dallas, and it's right next to Frisco. So just to kind of give you a little bird's eye view of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. You can see the Colony is right here, about 30 minutes north of Dallas, and it's located right alongside Lake Lewisville, which is like one of the biggest lakes in the Dallas area. So we're just gonna be kind of talking about everything in the Colony and the surrounding area. So first up, the Colony, basically in order to get to the Colony, you're gonna take one of two ways. You're gonna take Dallas North Tollway up from Dallas, and then you're gonna cut across the Sam Rayburn Tollway, or you can take 35E and then cut over to 121 onto Sam Rayburn Tollway. Those are the two primary routes. So you take either 35 East up to 121 and then onto Sam Rayburn Tollway, or you take Dallas North Tollway up and then get onto Sam Rayburn Tollway. As far as the Colony goes, the city's like 40,000 people about population. The biggest thing that's known for is having a place called Grandscape, which I mentioned as well in the Frisco video. And the Grandscape, you can find that right over here. Here it is. So it's right off of 121 or Sam Rayburn Tollway, which is on the south side of the Colony. Grandscape's got all sorts of stuff. You have like Nebraska Furniture Mart here, which is a huge shopping center. So for furniture, so definitely check that out if you're interested in, looking for like nice furniture. You have to go there. You also have this huge shopping center that you can walk right here. So when you come in, it's like right here, you come here, there's like a big sign that says Grandscape, and there's all these shopping centers, which if I zoom in closer, you can kind of see them better. They don't show up super well, but there's a ton of different shops in here. The biggest ones though, they've got the Galaxy Theaters Grandscape, they have a Ferris wheel right here, and then they have the Andretti's Indoor Carts and Games. So that's like a big kind of arcade game, just like old arcade games, like new ones rather. And then they also have like indoor go-karting, and then they have bowling and all sorts of stuff. Some other things you're gonna want to check out is the immersive game box room. That's like a VR kind of gaming room that if you walk down through here, you can go in there and check that out. And then they've got the escape room right here, the escape game, The Colony, which is definitely like really popular. See, it has 5-star reviews, 2,200 reviews. So, and then there's also the Puttery, which is a miniature golf course. On the other side. And then another big shop here is called Shields. If you guys know what Shields is, it's like a huge sporting goods store. It's like all sorts of stuff that you can get there. So definitely go in there and check it out. And there's actually another Ferris wheel for kids mostly that's inside of Shields. But they have like everything you can think of, from like soccer to, baseball stuff to hunting stuff. They got like NFL jerseys, all that kind of stuff. And then you've got the Grandscape stage right here, which is, they play live music here, and then there's like a grass field right here. This is kind of like Grandscape. There's a whole bunch of like restaurants on the outsides too, and kind of like pubs and stuff like that. So you can see like all these, are different restaurants all around here. And then there's even up here, you've got LSA Burger, and then you got Portillo's, whatever. I don't even know how to say that. And then Lava Cantina. And over here, there's even some more on this side. So you got like Cheddar's, Mi Casina, Rock and Brews, Heart 8 Pit Barbecue is a huge barbecue spot right off 121. So this is like kind of, as you get off 121, you're going into Grandscape, or you go into Grandscape from here. There's like a big roundabout thing they have. Heart 8's really big. The Cigar International Store. There's an In-N-Out Burger right over here. Just all sorts of different restaurants. So this is like a great place. If you live in the Colony, you're gonna go to Grandscape in most cases. So just kind of keep that in mind. Also the truck yard over here, it's like food spots. So you can get like different truck yard. Like it's like, what do you call them? Go there and like get different food and then sit at, like it's like a seating area that you can go to. The primary place you're gonna do shopping is going to be along 121. So even like outside of Grandscape, there's a whole bunch of different shops that you can go to. Like there's a Kroger, there's a Super Target right here, there's a Walmart right here. You've also got Top Golf right here, which is right across the street from Grandscape. Even more restaurants, like Texas Roadhouse, 54th Street Barbecue. There's like an Indian eatery right there, London Baker. So yeah, just like anything you could think of. There's a Swadeshi right here if you want to go to an Indian grocery store. Kind of like the main shopping center though. Everything's gonna be like located along 121. And then the next main street that you wanna know about for the Colony is called Main Street right here, or North Josey Lane. So this is like the main road up through the Colony, and it's also like how to get to Little Elm and how to get to 380. So a lot of people take the main all the way up to 380, which is over here. So this is just like a long stretch of road that goes through the Colony, goes through Little Elm and parts of Frisco to get to 380 into the PGA headquarters. So this is kind of like you get off of Sam Rayburn and take Main up. And you can also take these like side roads up through, like depending on where you end up living. If you live, you know, in a suburb over here, but if you live like over here, you'd probably take Main Street up, and then like you got North Colony Boulevard and South Colony Boulevard. But you can see, you know, like there's like restaurants along the way, and then there's like a few coffee shops. Like they've got it's a Dutch Bros that's going in, if you guys know what that is. It's from, I think it's Oregon or Washington, I can't remember. I'm from Washington. I thought it was from Washington, but it might be from Oregon originally. They've been putting a bunch of those coffee shops in, and they're putting in one in right around here. And then you've also got, you know, just like your O'Reilly's auto shops, all that kind of stuff. As far as the next, like the grocery stores though, like other than the ones that are on 121, there's a Kroger right here, which is actually the grocery store I usually shop at. And then you've got like a few little things in here. It's like, you know, Subway place, Little Caesars, and like obviously your gas stations. But for the most part, if you're gonna do any kind of like shopping, you're gonna go down to 121 and do that. But you do have like, you know, a few spots that are like more mixed in, like the Mr. Jones Pizza and stuff like that. And as far as like what you want to know about the Colony, the main thing that it's known for is being the city by the lake. And you've got Stewart Creek Peninsula, or Stewart's Peninsula right here, which is one big, like kind of, you know, on one of the peninsulas. And then right here, you've got the Tribute, which I'm actually gonna be making a video that's coming out next week. You guys should check out if you're interested. It's gonna be about all the best neighborhoods in the Colony. So I'll include, you know, talking about Stewart's Peninsula and also the Tribute, and showing you guys footage of those two towns, so, or those two developments rather. So definitely look out for that. Make sure you subscribe. That'll be coming out in a few days, so make sure you take a look at that. But both of those have golf courses right here, and then there's the Stewart Creek Park right here. So like this is, you know, open to the public. You can go in here, and there's like canoeing. There's like a nice place to take your kids. There's like a place to go swimming. Like right here, you can go swimming. It's like a campground, and then, you know, people go fishing off the pier right here. But yeah, and then like right here, there's like canoe rental, like canoe and kayak rentals, and like or paddleboarding rentals and stuff like that. So this is like a really nice park. And then you've also got, so this is like the golf course. This is the Stewart Peninsula golf course. And then over here at the Tribute, they've got two golf courses right here. And then you've also got the Wynwood Park. So that's like another park, which I haven't been there actually yet, but I usually just go to this park because it's close to my house. And then you've also got something else you might want to know about if you're into boating, is Pier 121. So this is, you have to get there, you have to go through like this way. Basically, it's like you have to come down from 121 and take this road access up. So you kind of like go, you know, like a roundabout way to get there. But this is like a, you know, dock. There's like a huge pier here. So if you want to put your boat here, or you want to like pull your boat onto Lake Louisville, this is a good place to do it. Yeah, things near, like other things near the Colony, I guess, to mention. So like obviously there's a Grandscape, that's a big thing. You're close to Stonebriar Mall, which is in Frisco. That has like a whole bunch of shopping. They've got the iFly indoor skydiving. There's the IKEA right here. They've got the place called Kidzania, which is part of Frisco. This is like a great place to take your kids. I mentioned it in the Frisco video as well, but I just want to like point it out in here in case you haven't seen that. Basically, it's just like a place where kids like pretend to do jobs, and then they get paid with like kind of like fake money. It's like almost like a theme park, but it's pretty well rated, and it's kind of like a one-of-a-kind thing. So definitely want to check that out if you have young kids. And then right here is Riders Field. This is the Rough Riders. It's a minor league baseball team for Frisco. So it's like really close. Like, I guess I won't go over all the Frisco stuff, so check out the Frisco video if you want to know more about Frisco. But the thing that I will say is like living in the Colony, you're so close to Frisco. Like you can see Frisco's like right here. It's like, so as you can see, like it borders Frisco to the northeast, and then you've also to the north. And then on the south side, you've got Carrollton that borders, or Hebron, and then you've got Plano to the southeast. So the Toyota headquarters is actually like right on Sam Rayburn. Like technically in Plano, but it's, you know, like if you lived in the Colony, it'd be like a 10-minute drive. So if you are looking, you know, if you're moving here to like take a job somewhere like that, then it's, you know, a great place to live. It's pretty well located amongst other cities, and it's a little bit cheaper than other cities, a little less expensive to live in the Colony. And then the other great place to shop is called Legacy West. This is also just about a 10-minute drive, you know, 10 to 15 or even closer depending on which part of the Colony you live in. But Legacy West is like high-end shopping center, nice restaurants, all sorts of stuff like that. So there's plenty of amenities and entertainment options in North Dallas if you're living in the Colony. It's not just like what you have available in the Colony. You've got stuff in Frisco, you got stuff in Plano, you got stuff in Little Elm. It's like a 30-minute drive into downtown Dallas. If you decide you got to go into Dallas to go somewhere, you can even make it over to like Irving in about 20, 25 minutes to go to like a concert. It's like actually only about a 35-minute drive over to Arlington, surprisingly, 35 to 40 minutes. So if you want to go to like a Cowboys game or like one of the big concerts down there or Six Flags, the Colony it's not too bad of a spot to be in. And it's like a 20, 25-minute drive over to Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. So you can see it's like a straight shot. So it's really that tollway, like being able to take the toll, Sam Rayburn toll over, and then like 35 East down. It makes it like really nice getting anywhere you want to go. And then you can also jump onto George Bush Turnpike, which is right here. So you take like Dallas North Tollway down and then cut onto it, or you take Sam Rayburn and you can like merge on to it right here. You like get on 35 East for a minute and then just merge on. So a lot of people do that. They take like Sam Rayburn, cut over here, and then you get on to George Bush Turnpike, which takes you like right into Irving, Las Colinas area. It's like the Toyota Music Factory. So kind of like Sam Rayburn down onto 121, cut across 35 East onto President George Bush Turnpike. So it just makes it like really fast to get where you're going. So getting back to things about the Colony, you've got the Colony 5-star complex, which is like a big sporting center. It actually just went private. I think it was like, it's being managed privately at least now. So there's some changes coming. They're talking about putting a bar kind of in, like a bar restaurant type thing inside of the 5-star complex. That's happening right now. Some people don't like that, some people do. Obviously they're gonna be serving alcohol, so some people are upset about that. But yeah, that'll be like at least bring something to do there if, other than just doing sports. So if you're going to see like a kid's game, you could go there and get food, I think, and drink. Just obviously don't overdo it. Other than like the Colony 5-star complex, there isn't a whole lot that you need to know about. There's obviously a few parks. It's a really small city. Most of this area, like a large segment of it, is built with Fox and Jacobs homes. So they're like 70s, 80s build homes. And then you've got a few neighborhoods that were built after that in the 90s and like in the 2000s. So like Stewart's Peninsula was built in the 90s or began in the 90s. I think the Legends began in the early 2000s. Or maybe like 90s as well. And then you've got the Tribute, which is like, this is the newest community over here, the Tribute. And then there's like a few other small communities. But like the vast majority of the Colony was built during the 70s and 80s. So like most of the houses that you'll find here were like kind of developed at that point in time. And they're all kind of like have that similar look. So if you ever drive through the Colony, or if you watch my video coming out next week, you'll see that as well. I kind of see what the city looks like. It's definitely not as new looking unless you're in one of these newer neighborhoods. It's not as new looking as Frisco, where like most of Frisco looks pretty new. Other like kind of things that you might want to know about is like right here, this looks out on the waterfront. They've got the Shoreline Trail. So Angelina's Don Francisco's, there's that restaurant, and there's the Rack House, which I think they might be building something else there right now, but that basically goes onto the Shoreline Trail. And then they've also got some new apartments being built over, I think it's like right here. I want to say it's like right here. They're building these new apartments, so it's like not that anymore. It's like not apartments, townhomes, sorry. Like pretty expensive townhomes that overlook the lake, like 600,000 plus. And then the other thing that you're gonna like with the wash guys, car wash is a pretty good car wash if you live in the Colony. Like it's quick. You just drive right through there, and then they like hand dry it for you, and they have vacuums and everything there. So that's like something good to know about. And then up, as far as like the library goes, you're gonna find that over here on North Colony Boulevard. You got the Colony Public Library, and like just the Colony City stuff is like right there. So that's like right on North Colony Boulevard. I guess that's technically like City Hall Annex or an additional building, I think. Because I think a lot of the stuff is actually in the public library area. You walk in and you'll just, there'll be a section that's library, and there'll be a section for like other things related to the city. Like I said, Colony's a really small city, like 40,000 people live here. It's not anywhere near the size of Frisco, but obviously it's close to Frisco, it's close to Plano. That makes it like a great place to move, especially if you want to live by the lake. These two neighborhoods are kind of like your main choices. So it's like if you're interested in looking at living by the lake, then this is a great place to look at. There's obviously other cities as well. If you're looking for lakeside living, like Lake Dallas is great. Highland Village is a great kind of lakeside town. And you've got like Oak Point over here. It's been developing. It's not super developed, so it's like a little bit underdeveloped right now, but that could make it a great place if you're looking for places kind of close to the lake. Little Elm also has like some you know, lakeside living properties as well. And then there's Lakewood Village right here. So there's all sorts of like developments going in around the lake lately. I think those like houses are honestly just gonna continue to go up in value because there's so many people moving here from the West Coast or the East Coast that like want to be living near water, and that makes this area just like that much more desirable. Yeah, the downside to living on the lake obviously is that you're gonna be a little bit further from like the amenities. Like if you live here in Stewart Peninsula, you know, that adds like an extra 5-minute drive to get out of these. Like to go from here, like out here, that's like, you know, at least a 5-minute drive versus like if you're living over here in like the Legends or like, you know, like up here or whatever. Obviously you're like only a couple minute drive just to Grandscape or, you know, it's the Super Target or whatever it is. So you kind of have to like weigh that. Do you want to be a little bit more out of the way and like have that like secluded feeling and being like closer to the lake, or do you want to live somewhere with a little bit more, you know, it's like more convenient, a little bit shorter commute. Just kind of thought I'd do a little breakdown on the Colony for those of you who might be interested in that city or thinking about it. It's the city I live in. I'm doing a video about the Colony's best neighborhoods. It's gonna be coming out in a couple days. So you can, this map video gives you context for what the Colony's like rather than just being like, you know, not understanding what that is. So, and that's why I wanted to put out this map tour, is I just want you guys to see like what the Colony's like. That way you kind of have some context when you go and watch the video about all the neighborhoods. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I know it's kind of, you know, just short. There isn't like a whole lot to say about the Colony. The main reasons to live here is it's a little bit less expensive than living in places like Frisco or Plano or Allen or McKinney. And then you also have a great commute option. Like it's a really short commute to the airports and a pretty short commute into Dallas, into downtown Dallas. Plus you got the lake. So if you don't have kids, the Colony is like perfect. I'd say if, you know, the school districts are pretty good too though. So it's not like the schools aren't like great, but they're not as great as Frisco. So obviously I always recommend, if you're looking at schools, to do that research yourself. Make sure that the schools, you know, meet the expectations that you have, because everyone, you know, has different goals when it comes to schools. The Colony's benefits obviously go back to being able to get to all the amenities of Frisco, all the amenities of Plano, all the amenities of, you know, like being able to go down into downtown Dallas, but having like affordable housing and then also living next to the lake. That's like the main thing, is having that like lakeside living is really nice, you know. You're also like really close to these trails over here. If you ever wanted to go to the Cottonwood Trail, you've got a lot of kind of like nature preserve that's going on right here. So I think that's all I got for you guys today with this one, and I hope that it was informative. Let me know if there's some city that you want me to see. I plan on doing like just a general Dallas-Fort Worth one here in the next couple, you know, probably next few weeks. I will try to get that out. Just something that's kind of going over the whole Dallas-Fort Worth area, giving you guys the general like kind of breakdown of what each area is like, what it's about, and like what you need to know about the area as a whole. So I won't go in very granular into each city, but I'll just kind of explain how the area is developed. But I will catch you in the next one, and make sure you guys like and subscribe. And if you guys need any help buying or selling, you guys know how to reach me. I've got all my contact information in the description below, and I love hearing from you guys, so don't hesitate to reach out, you know, day or night. Shoot me a text, give me a phone call, set up a Zoom call, whatever you want to do. But, you know, reach out to me if you're looking to buy or sell here in the Dallas area. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.